Hey friend, welcome back to The Gentle Reset, your no judgment zone for creating a home that actually works for you. I'm Allison, ADHD home and systems coach, former occupational therapist, and mom of two, and I'm so glad you're here. If you've ever lost track of time while deep in a project and totally forgot about the laundry, the dishes, and making dinner, then this episode is for you. Let's take one simple step together today. Here's your weekly 3, a mind hack, a home hack, and a personal highlight to help your home feel lighter, more functional, and easier to maintain. I'm so glad you're back. I'm excited to continue the ADHD Superpower series. If you missed the last episode, here's a quick recap. I polled over 50 ADHD women and discovered the top 5 traits that feel the most frustrating when it comes to keeping up with their home. We're breaking down each one over the next 5 weeks. And when I say superpower, it's not about ignoring the challenges or pretending ADHD is always awesome. A superpower is a deeply ingrained strength, something already wired into you. My goal is to help you build awareness around your most challenging ADHD traits and then flip the script. How can we support this trait so it works for you and not against you? That's what I do with my clients, and it starts with my ADHD superpower quiz, where we identify which trait shows up the most. Then we pair it with what I call unstuck strategies, so you can move forward in ways that actually work for your brain and your home. And just a quick reminder, my role here isn't clinical. I'm not here to diagnose or treat ADHD. I'm here to help you see your traits differently, build awareness, and create systems that actually make sense for your brain. Today, we're diving into hyperfocus, that tunnel vision kind of focus that feels magical until it takes over your whole day. In this episode, you'll hear what hyperfocus really is and where most people get it wrong, a mindset hack that helps you own it instead of being owned by it, a real-life home hack I used with my kids to declutter in hyperfocus mode, and a client story of how hyperfocus both helped and hurt and what we did about it. And don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at Calm Cottage Coaching, where I'm sharing real-time ADHD home tips and checking in with you throughout this superpower series. Let's jump in. So let's talk about hyperfocus because this one gets misunderstood a lot. It's not just being really focused. Hyperfocus is when your ADHD brain latches onto one task or idea so intensely that everything else fades away. Time disappears, hunger vanishes, and that laundry pile, it doesn't even exist to you anymore. This is also known as time blindness. This can be amazing when it's something creative or productive. I've seen clients knock out huge projects in a day when they're in hyperfocus mode, but it can also mean missing appointments, skipping meals, or getting super frustrated when something doesn't go as planned. Even my 6-year-old son experiences hyperfocus mode, especially when he's building Legos or drawing. He gets so locked in, he won't stop for snacks or take breaks, and if something messes up or doesn't go the way he planned, we're in meltdown mode. That's usually our cue to step in, help him pause, and reset before he gets out of control. And here's the mindset shift I want you to hold on to today. Hyperfocus doesn't need to be controlled. It just needs a little direction. When it's gently supported, it becomes something you can own instead of something that owns you. This is where things like rewards, boundaries, and timers come in. Not to stop the hyperfocus, but to support it so it doesn't derail your whole day. Because trying to do it all perfectly or ride the wave forever, that's when burnout hits. Hyperfocus can absolutely be a superpower, but only when you give it structure. So let's take this into the home. Because hyperfocus doesn't just show up in work or your hobbies, it can totally show up when we're decluttering and organizing too. Over our fall break, my kids and I went into full-on declutter mode in prep for my daughter's birthday this month and Christmas. I try to do a toy declutter at least twice a year, if not quarterly, because my kids grow fast and their interests change constantly. Since we downsized 4 years ago, we don't have a playroom, so all their stuff lives in their bedrooms. We tackled toys, books, clothes, and anything they no longer loved or used. And I was so impressed with how much they chose to let go of. We filled up 4 donation bags, a box of books, and tossed out multiple trash bags. It was a full reset. And here's what helped. We were all in hyperfocus mode together. I spent a couple hours one day with my son in his room, and then the next day with my daughter in hers. We went bin by bin, drawer by drawer, And because we've built systems over time, like sorting toys by category and giving everything a home, they already knew where things belonged. That structure made the process so much easier. This is where one of my unstuck strategies come in. Starting small. Even when you can hyper-focus, starting small sets you up for success. We tackled one bin at a time to keep the overwhelm low. My kids told me when they needed a break, and we paused and came back when they were ready. And when you start small and build in the breaks, you lower the risk of frustration, burnout, or giving up halfway through. You don't have to fight hyperfocus. When you support it gently, it can help you make real progress. So I want to share a quick story about a client who was facing a big challenge. She was preparing for a big move and needed to clean out her closet. She felt completely overwhelmed and unmotivated. There were so many emotions tied to it: memories, decision fatigue, and the weight of just starting. And if you've ever been there, you know how the mental clutter can feel just as heavy as the physical stuff. But once we broke it down and I gave her a step-by-step action plan, something clicked. She got into hyper-focus mode, and things started moving. She finished the entire closet a full day early and told me she actually couldn't wait to tackle her next organizing project. The hyper-focus helped her power through, but she almost didn't start at all. She was tempted to just keep everything in boxes and deal with it later. Instead, she let go of old memories that had been haunting her and cleared the space with purpose. And it wasn't about motivation, it was about having a plan, ongoing support, and the right mindset. With check-ins, encouragement, and a lot of grace, she moved forward, one step at a time. And that's the kind of transformation I see with my clients all the time. She didn't get stuck trying to do it all or get it perfect. She stayed focused on one task at a time, and the momentum followed. If your closet has become a dumping ground for everything you don't know what to do with, or if you're constantly digging for what you need, or just keeping the door shut and trying not to think about it, you're not alone. You don't have to tackle it all by yourself. That's exactly what my closet makeover is for. It's not a DIY course or a quick clean out that falls apart in a week. It's real support with me in your pocket through the whole process. You'll get customized strategies, accountability, and coaching to make sure your closet actually stays functional, plus a simple maintenance system that won't fall apart in a month. You can stop starting over and finally feel done. Click the link in the show notes to learn more and grab your spot before the holidays sneak up. Let's get that space cleared and calm for good. So here's what I want you to take away from today. Hyperfocus doesn't need to be controlled. It just needs a little direction. And with the right support and boundaries, it can help you power through even the most overwhelming home tasks. You don't have to do it all or get it perfect. Start small, build momentum, and give your brain what it needs to stay on track. Well, that's it for today, friend. If you found this helpful, will you send it to a friend who needs it too? You never know who's feeling stuck and needs a little encouragement. And if you have a second, leaving a quick review helps more ADHD women find the support they need to create a home that works for them. Remember, one small shift at a time creates momentum. You're doing better than you think, and I'm so proud of you. See you next week on The Gentle Reset for another weekly 3.